In 2023, Uzbekistan's energy sector mostly focused on green energy initiatives. Step by step, the country is exploring new methods of generating energy in partnership with other countries. My colleague Asatbek Jurayev has prepared an analytical report on energy sector's activities in 2023. This year, Uzbekistan has become one of the most popular tourist destinations in Central Asia, thanks to active advertising campaign and increasing efforts to attract foreign tourists. The country has become a real magnet for history, culture and nature lovers. Numerous events were held in the country as well as abroad. Our colleague Darabo Atajanova analyzed the entire tourism industry of Uzbekistan for 2023 and prepared a special report.
Nowadays, tourism has become one of the leading and key sectors of Uzbekistan's economy. In fact, 2023 was the most productive year in tourism sector in the last 20-30 years. Forums, exhibitions, fairs and festivals that showcase the culture of Uzbekistan in different corners of the world contributed to the significant increase in the tourist figures this year. We'll now take a closer look at what has been achieved in 2023 and what targets are set for the upcoming 2024. The average annual growth of tourist flow to Uzbekistan after the COVID-19 pandemic was over 20%. In January to November this year, 6,134,000 foreign tourists arrived in the country. The Uzbek government set a goal to receive 7 million tourists in 2023. The year's figure almost met the targets. Uzbekistan was particularly popular among the citizens of CIS countries: Germany, France, Italy, Republic of Korea, Japan, China, Malaysia, Russia and India. Now, when it comes to the export and services, in the first 11 months of this year, export of tourist services reached $2 billion. The average expenditures of one tourist during his stay in the country made up $326.
As for domestic tourism, trips by local tourists under the Travel Uzbekistan program were expected to reach 20 million by the end of 2023. In 11 months, this figure has already reached 20.6 million people. About 200 local and national events were organized in tourism, culture, sports and handicrafts, which served to increase the number of local tourists. In addition, over 1,000 trips for individuals with disabilities and 570,000 youth trips were organized in the regions, with the direct support of the Tourism Committee. As for November 1st, 2023, 448 projects worth of $658 million have been implemented in tourism industry. At the expense of this, 8,191 jobs were created. Since the beginning of the year, 70,000 new jobs have been created in tourism and related industries.
In 2023, Uzbekistan has definitely become a magnet for foreign tourists. The number of visitors to the country has increased significantly. This indicates the growing attractiveness of Uzbekistan as a tourist destination. One of those reasons is Uzbekistan being host to high-scale tourism events.
In particular, Uzbekistan participated in Azerbaijan International Tourism Exhibition as a partner country for the first time.
Ever wondered what a fairy tale sunrise looks like? Welcome to Uzbekistan, the land of 1,001 sunrises, where each dawn is like never before, where ancient palaces bathe in the golden morning hues. A journey that takes you to the most beautiful scenes. Live the adventure. And remember, make a wish on the many shooting stars that await. Uzbekistan, explore the magic.
The 25th session of General Assembly of World Tourism Organization UNWTO was held in Samarkand, which became one of the most significant events this year. The 28th Tashkent International Travel Fair Tourism on Silk Road was organized. Uzbekistan has become the safest country for tourists in Central Asia.
We talked to the representative of Tourism Committee about it. He told us about the most important achievements in the tourism sector this year. So, as a representative of the government, ministry, Tourism Committee, could you reflect on how successful this year was for tourism sector in Uzbekistan, and for instance, what were the most important achievements this year?
I should say this year was a historic for tourism industry. First time Uzbekistan have hosted UN Family Organization General Assembly. So, namely saying the UNWTO 25th General Assembly we have hosted this year in October in Samarkand. But at the same time, during the General Assembly, we had very important decisions has been made by the head of delegates, by the General Assembly itself. This is the first ever UNWTO Tourism Academy, which were established in Samarkand in Uzbekistan, and this moment itself is quite historic. And the second is Silk Road Thematic Office, which gives it's a first grade representative office of UNWTO and established in Samarkand, and it gives us opportunity to be the leader locomotive in promoting and developing Silk Road tourism brand. Along with the General Assembly, we had many achievements with our partner countries, within the other organizations, and I'm pretty sure that the year was one of the most fruitful, I should say, one of the most fruitful and one of the game-changing, let's say, years for tourism sector of Uzbekistan.
This year, Uzbekistan's tourism focused on sectors like inclusive, green, eco, and other types of tourism. We ask our expert about these industries as well.
His Excellency announced like almost 10 very important initiatives in grand opening ceremony in his speech, including issues of tourism safety, education, green tourism agenda or sustainable tourism agenda, inclusive tourism, and many others.
Now talking about the plans for the next year, in 2024, Uzbekistan plans to increase the number of foreign tourists to 10 million. And by 2030, it intends to increase the number of foreign tourists to 15 million people. The emphasis will also remain on green and inclusive tourism.
For 2024, of course, you might heard from the speech of His Excellency President of Uzbekistan in opening ceremony of UNWTO General Assembly in some other stages, that the next year we are targeting to reach 10 million tourists to the country, foreign tourists, because locals are always a couple of times higher than that, and then local tourists are very good source to mobilize tourism possibilities, but as well as the foreign tourists target number is quite big, because when you pass this number, when you pass the 10 million, usually you are considered in top tourism destinations, top tourism countries who are over the 10 million, right? That's why the next year we hope that everybody will contribute. Tourism will bring you the income 10 times faster, and for the 10 times less expenses and spendings. It's generally accepted when you get the one job for the industry, heavy industry, you spend $10,000 US, and for tourists 1,000. The plan was 7 million, yeah, and we are almost close to this number, and we have a couple of, let's say, almost a week, maybe a week or a couple of days left till the end of the year, and we are almost final. Just one step till these numbers, and we are quite glad that we could reach out these target numbers, and everybody, not just in the committee tour, but everybody, every tour operator, every company, every tour guide, every participant of the industry worked hard to get these numbers, and it's not just the numbers we have to understand. Every number is a new opportunity. Every number is a new income, and somebody's income, somebody's possibility to do something new tomorrow. That's why tourism is multiplier. It's not just compared with some industries. It doesn't keep the income within tourism. Tourism is just communicating and multiplier sector. It delivers to others and makes them to move, makes them to create something new. So that's why this year was challenging year, but we could reach all the tasks and targets and with a high confidence, we are going to reaching next year's target numbers.
Uzbekistan continued its rapid development in tourism in 2023, attracting more and more foreign and domestic tourists. Rich cultural heritage, magnificent natural beauties, and hospitality of local population make Uzbekistan an attractive destination for all travelers. We can definitely say that this year was the most productive year for tourism. With this enthusiasm and motivation, Uzbekistan is ready to enter the new 2024 with the new plans in tourism and ready to welcome citizens of all over the world.